we need to do it in this specific order. It's not even possible for us to play them until we start off with this guy. Maybe we've seen Oliver already? Yeah, we were not able to play him at Gwent until we played this guy. Because, yeah, in at the Crossroads, we've definitely been there, right? Strange. Okay. Let's check out the actual card, though, because it was Yennefer. And I'd have to imagine she's a pretty good card. Is she... Oh, she's neutral, it seems. You can play her in any deck. I was, for a second, thinking maybe she's Nilfgaardian. But she's 7 strength and a medic. So, and a hero as well, I think. So, choose one card from your discard pile and play it instantly. No heroes or special cards. Yeah, compare that to our best medic in the past had been our 5 strength siege card, which was still fantastic. One of our best cards, but to get Yennefer as well, that is fantastic as well. So, question there, I think because she has the little stars around her name, or around her number, means that she is a hero. So, I think for that reason we might want to get rid of one of them, because, like I was saying before, although they do have a lot of base strength, and that is great, they are also immune to doubling, which is not a terrible thing, because for the most part their base strength is more or less enough to make them equivalent to the doubled strength of other units in their row. The big thing is that you can't bring them back with the medics, so that is not good. I mean, of course, they're also immune to things like nerfs and scorches, so in that way they are nice as well. It's just that if you have 100% heroes in your hand, which, at least in latter rounds, could end up being the case if you have as many as 4, then it limits your flexibility. So, maybe I'm overthinking it there, but I do think that maybe it's worth getting rid of, say, Esterad, and putting in Yennefer instead. In terms of, obviously, base strength, she's a little bit lower, but the ability to bring someone back from her graveyard, I think, more than makes up for it. So I probably would prefer her to a just plain and simple 10 strength hero. Okay. And then also, as a, I think, neutral card, let's just double check as to whether she shows up in the other factions. She does. That means that, yes, that is definitely a card that will help make any faction stronger. So her, Dandelion we picked up recently as well. Similar story there. Do you just get Shilard Fitz Osterlin on Nilfgaard, which, yeah, means starts to add up. Like I said, I mean, all the other decks are, for the most part, still playing catch-up with Northern Realms. Let's see. Next on our list now, I think, is probably head over, pick up the paint for the volunteer. Paint that the troll needs, and that will send us in this direction. Then maybe once we've done... Oh, it's very close, indeed. And once we've done that, then I think maybe we'll just go around and do some more exploring. What gives? There's no one here. Do we steal the paint? Is that how we're doing this? Is it technically like down at a lower level or something? Is it like below this or above this? Huh? A little strange. Find the paints the troll needs. That's all it says. But is it in one of these? Here? I mean, it looks like it's pointing us right at this bag here. Or maybe the edge of this building, but how do we get in this building? Through here? Blocked. Hold on. While meandering through the sunny but war-damaged lands near Oxenfurt, Geralt's sensitive ears picked up a very strange sound, something between off-key singing and the bellowing of a stuck pig. Geralt would be a poor excuse of a witcher if he did not investigate such a matter, but yeah, we're just finding the paint the troll needs. No further hints there. Over here? I kind of doubt it. Just more alcoholic beverages. Didn't see anyone getting mad. Oh, I mean, there are soldiers right there. So, I mean, if we do need to steal stuff, then it is going to get tricky. But with all the attention we'd likely gather. So, where did we get it? Did we steal it? Did we somehow get in that building? There are different doors through which we are supposed to enter? Possibly? I'm sure we can do this while we're at it, I suppose.
Honor in the fatherland.
Like, we're going through here? Yes, but this is just a small little building, which I don't think is going to be the one with it. Although we did pick up strawberries. Mysterious letter. Go on. All is prepared. We wait only your arrival. When I told the commander of your commitment and zeal, he agreed to welcome you into our ranks at once. Ooh, this might be about patrol. At first, you'll be put through preliminary training, but you already know how to ride and wield a blade. Okay, maybe not. And thus have already mastered the essentials. The rest will not take much time. As soon as you don your colors, we will set out in search of your mother, and we will find her, I promise, even if we have to comb every inch of Velen. Maybe. I don't know. I find it hard to imagine a troll riding a horse. Assuming we've read about Velen already. That's still locked. But joining the ranks and getting his colors, I mean, usually that just means, like, uniform, yes, but we are, of course, looking for paint. So perhaps it's a little bit more of a literal interpretation. Okay. Honestly, wasn't sure if that was a person for a second there. Dumplings. That's something. Still definitely not paint in here. This is mostly just a general opportunity to loot and or see if there's something else going on in here. Definitely read do-it-yourself. Read about Novigrad as well. Silver candelabrum is actually good because that can break down into silver. That, if nothing else, is a decent pickup. I think we've also read about that too. But what gives? Where we find ourselves some paint? Just extinguishing? Yeah, pretty sure. No other doors there. Peculiar. Could it be that we need to do something during the day and it's nighttime right now, so there's someone we'd normally talk to and they're just not here at the moment? Maybe, although I'm skeptical of that. Is this the big ship? I think it is. I am curious. Ooh. As to what, if anything, we can do here. You have a name. So let's talk to you. Or at least try to. Oh, you are one of the people who gave us a contract. Which, I mean, we would at some point want to negotiate with you, yes, but at the same time, the recent contracts that we picked up were way out of our league. So let's hold off for now. I'm tempted to try to get onto this boat, though, of course, which you will not be terribly pleased about. Can we make this jump? We do. This cannot do that now. We can't jump from there. Oh, it's like the game knew I was gonna try. They knew.
Crawl back under your rock.
Oh, thank you. Harbor. Okay, this is also a fast travel location. That's useful. Okay. For the most part, though, we are still trying to make our way. Oh, I was really thinking we might be able to climb this. Apparently, not a shortcut we can take here. Yeah. Head back over in this direction. Try to find the answer to the paint. I honestly thought this was going to be fairly straightforward. It may be. It may just be that for some reason I'm not seeing it. So it appears as though it's supposed to be right on top of us. Right now. That's why I was saying I kind of figured it could be just looting one of these things out here. Making a run for it, because presumably the guards get mad at us. Not seeing anything. And I'm not seeing any ways to get into this building unless there's another door in. And we tried going around this way. This door does let us through, yes, but this is the one that we just went through. Staircase. This is still locked. That would be the general direction in which we're trying to go to get closer. Quest item or quest location or whatever it may be. We go in through here? Can we hop this? We do parkour. I mean, in the past when we've done this, it has rarely ended well. There are also a ton of people here to watch us. So, we've quite the crowd. Oh? Hold on. Yeah, this is not going to end well. I'm amazed that we didn't fall to our death there. Maybe it's worth saving real quick. It's been a while. And in case we do find ourselves doing some crazy stuff that is ill-advised, then that at least covers for us a bit. Try to just get up to a level surface. If we can truthfully walk on the roof, which I'm not sure is going to help us at all, but in case there is something that's on a different elevation that we're trying to get to, then that might be a way to make it happen. Ooh, okay, well, we've succeeded in that regard, sort of. Down we go. That one did hurt, yes, but we are not dead. And when we learn from our mistakes, we'll try again. I mean, in the past, when we found doors that were locked like that, we found that there were like ladders or things of that sort that allowed us to go up to other floors or sometimes other buildings with connections to the things we were looking for. So I think those are some things we should be trying to keep an eye out for. Was not taking particular note as to whether there were any ladders, but now it is seemingly daytime, which might be a difference maker because we are seeing that seemingly there are more people outside now. We take a step back here. Oh, it seems like there's something over here. Can we? That's just a window? Stained glass window? That's like right where we're looking to go. Huh? I'm very confused. So again, we could try doing some parkour here as well, but I hesitate to do so because it seems like it's usually not the answer. It usually just creates more problems than it solves. So we get an interesting view. Oh, could we jump onto the boat? No, absolutely not. Don't even try. Nice view of it. Don't get me wrong. It is truly ginormous. But ooh, a second. Interested in this at the very least. If Carol would oblige. Red. Superior Maribor Force. And some Force Binders. I mean, that might be a potion that we can make. There's at least that. So it was worth something, at the very least. Do we notice anything else? Note up here, though. I'm gonna walk this tightrope real quick. Can we spy anything from here? I mean, I think I was using Witcher senses before and still didn't see anything. That was odd, too. And now it's definitely telling us that it is below us, which is not terribly surprising. Mostly just for a vantage point and or to see if there's some other angle that we can approach from that we were not able to do before when we were on level ground. So, strange. Can also see if there's anything else to do based on just down out the area like this. Definitely seeing a surprising amount of loot here. Surprised that we can actually see that far. Our Witcher senses from here. But yeah, I'm thinking at this rate, unless we can like do this stuff. Yeah, we can. We can get here onto that stained glass door of sorts, but yeah, I do not have any idea how we're supposed to do this. So I get the sense that this is something that that the answer is supposed to be very straightforward, and I'm just not seeing it. So on this occasion, I think this is probably another one of those things where, if I'm just being silly and not seeing the way into whatever the place is, then I think that's fair game to let me know, because, it's not really a spoiler. In this case, I don't think, if it's just truthfully, there's a door there that you have not yet gone through, and that's the one you're supposed to do. So, in that case, let me know. If there is more to it than that, then I suppose we can hold off a little bit more, but maybe I'll just take a closer look as to whether there is a ladder in here. So I remember in Novigrad, that was the case in one instance. There's like someone else we can talk to who gives us key? Go through one of the doors that we currently do not have access to. Signs of a ladder. I don't think I'm seeing any. Yeah, so tell you what, I think we just explore Oxenford at this point in time, and we hope that we come across something that gives us a better sense as to how exactly we get there, or maybe it's a key of some variety, but I'm not gonna steal that because there's so many people over here. Yeah, like these other buildings that are seemingly attached, but just a little further down. It doesn't even necessarily look like it's supposed to be in that building. It looks like this was locked previously. It is still locked. Right now, suddenly there are people here. Okay, maybe that's what we needed. You're a merchant. You're also a merchant. Okay.
If I ain't got it today, say the word and I'll have it tomorrow.
You just disappeared on us, that's all. Well, thanks, man. I suppose we could play you at a round of cards, yes, but most of all...
Let me see. Might pick something.
Most of all, you have the paint. So, I'm not happy that you ran away on us. Not cool, man. We were trying to do business with you, and you refused. You refused. And we could, perhaps, sell more junk, but I think we did a reasonable amount of that recently, so we're probably pretty good shape there. So picked up the paint. That much is true. Let's play you at Gwent's as well.
Wanted to
That
play
is probably
cards.
fine.
Doubt we need to wait till tomorrow.
Well, I don't know about that. This guy likes to disappear for a day or so, every now and again. So, I mean, at this point in time, a 5-round bet is not a lot. So, I suppose we could potentially go up to 10, but either way, I'm not sure it's going to make a huge difference. We did do a slight modification to our deck, of course. We took out one of our heroes and put in Yennefer instead. The hero we lost was a 10 strength hero. Of course, we have the 2 remaining ones right here. We brought in Yennefer, who is 7 strength, but also a medic, bringing someone back from our graveyard. Other than that, though, this I think is actually the first time we've seen Dandelion in an actual match. We put him in recently as well. He is functionally very similar to Commander's Horn. We, of course, have our leader ability for Commander's Horn in the siege row, but you can go in the melee row. That does mean we'll want to have our fair share of melee units, and we do have the pair right here that will double themselves, so that's nice. Combine you with Dandelion, that's a good group there. You are also one of the guys that wants to have a pair, but we don't have your pair right now. You are our other medic than we had previously, who's actually only slightly worse than Yennefer, and can get doubled by Commander's Horns in the siege row, so in some ways you are better. That card is just fantastic. I think we'd probably get rid of the siege nerf, because, again, we don't really want to be nerfing the siege row, especially when we're investing even more heavily in it. Clear Weather, like I've said before, can be a bit of a bailout at times, but if your opponent is not using any weather effects, then it's completely useless. We do have the Northern Realms opponents, and I feel like that leader might actually have a weather effect as their leader ability. I don't recall. I feel like that's the one we started with ourselves, and I think that's what it was. I'm not sure if it's a specific nerf or if it gives you the flexibility to choose any one of them. I think it might be the range row. We're not entirely sure, so there might be reason to hold on to this, but if it is the range row, then that's the one that we're least concerned about, so maybe we swap it. And we got a spy, so you know what? I think that's fine either way. Just double check what that leader ability is. It is Impenetrable Fog. I think that is the range row nerf. It is one of the nerfs for sure. I think it's range. If it's siege, then of course we definitely should have kept the card that we swapped out. But well, we did get spy in return, and so let's play this spy here. We'll see if we get to draw out of it, because drawing 2 cards, we might get it back. Got a Scorch, and we got... Well, you immediately pass. We've seen that on some occasions when we play a spy first turn, and I am quite alright with it, because it means that, well, we can have a lot of flexibility here. Any of a number of ways we could take this round here. We Scorch, then we'd still need to play another unit to follow up and win the round, so that's not a great idea. Ideally, we'd win it in 1 card. Thing is, in order to do that, we'd need to either play a siege unit, which we'd like to hold on to, because we're going to, of course, want to double those with our leader ability and get double strength out of them, which we're not going to make a point of doing this time, because it's unnecessary. Or we play a leader, which is also overkill, yes, but maybe on this occasion it's fine. So let's play Roach here, and that'll be enough. Strong unit, yes, so in some ways, good to save them, but at the same time, it does allow us to win the round in 1 card, so in that sense, it's probably okay, and we did draw Death Mold, which is not great, if in fact we find that our opponent's leader ability is the nerf for the range row, because you, of course, would get nerfed by it. Otherwise, you're a 6 strength unit, so you're okay. I think it's definitely not a melee nerf, so maybe this turn, this round, we invest in melee. We'll do you, and Dandelion, and that probably won't be enough to win, but my hope is that it'll be 3 strong cards, and that our opponent will need to play more than 3 cards themselves in order to win the round, and therefore we will have card advantage going into round 3, and that will make it easier for us to take the win then. So let's give it a shot. I'm just trying to think of what the best order is here. I think it's Dandelion and one of these guys, and then the second one of these guys is last. Let's lead with you, in case you do get Scorched. Rather, you get Scorched than Dandelion. Well, you play Vess. Vess is base 5 strength, so at least at the moment, you do still have the highest strength card. As soon as we play Dandelion, he will double the strength of this guy here, and then suddenly we will have the strongest card out there, so we will be Scorchable once more. It is a bit of a risk in that sense, but let's give it a shot. If they want to Scorch, then I suppose it's still reasonable to get them to use it now rather than in round 3 when we're going to be playing our big cards. If you want to play big things, that's probably alright here, because of course eventually we're going to want them to overinvest. This is the big combo here. Now we're up to 34. So I'm thinking we're going to pass now. Oh, they did have a melee nerf. That does stink. These guys are still doubling themselves and then getting doubled again from Dandelion, so they're still at 4 strength. Dandelion's down to the 1 from the nerf. So we're tied for strength right now? That's interesting. Tell you what, yeah, I think we still pass here, because if we do, our opponent needs to play 1 more card if they want to win this round, and they have to win this round, otherwise they lose the match. So that means that we will have, well, actually only a 1 card advantage going to round 3, because of course our opponent is also Northern Realms, meaning they will also draw a card, and they win a round. So you could make the case that it is potentially worth investing a little bit further in this round, just to see if we can get our opponents to overcommit. Remember, we do still have our medic, meaning that we can bring back a powerful unit, as long as it's not a hero, in the next round. So I think we actually might want to play our strongest siege unit here, and that means that, again, our opponent is going to need to play some of their own powerful units to keep pace. And that's not enough. So I think we pass now, with the intention of using the medic in round 3 to bring back you. And otherwise, or we could even Scorch and get rid of our own catapult and your catapult as well. I mean, if we were planning on doing that, we should have done that before we played this catapult here. Then it would have been purely a benefit and not just even Stevens. So, yeah, I think we probably pass then. We're just going to want to be mindful of, we do have a Scorch, so we want to make sure that we're putting that to use and not hurting ourselves with it, or finding it that we have it as our last card and we can't play it because we're the strongest unit out there, we're just going to hurt ourselves. So, I think we pass here. Our opponent will need to play one more card, so they'll be down 5 cards to 7, but they will draw one more card when they win this round. They have just enough strength to do it without overinvesting too much. They draw another card because they're Northern Realms, so they'll only be down 6 to 7, so it's a minor card advantage here. But they do go first, meaning that we could Scorch in that way. We could also lead off with Philippa. She's a hero, so she's immune to Scorch. So I think we do that. We can also play you next. You will still be one of the lowest units here. So this is good. Scorch would now get rid of both of you guys. It's a matter of how greedy do we want to get. I mean, we can continue to wait here with little to no risk. If we play you, you're not going to get Scorched. You don't have anyone else to boost at the moment, so that's fine as well. If you want to play more 5 strength units, I mean, that's not going to get Scorched, but that's fine. Then I'm thinking we probably use our leader ability here, and then that means we're going to have to Scorch next turn, and at worst, we're talking about getting 2 5 strength units, or actually, at worst, our opponent plays a 6 or 7 strength unit. That becomes the strongest unit, and then we're only removing 6 or 7 strength rather than the 10 collectively of getting rid of both of these 2 simultaneously. So there is perhaps some reason for holding out, or for using Scorch immediately. So this is a little bit greedy. Let's see what they go with here. Will we pay for our greed? We will not. So I think we do have more or less no choice but to Scorch here. If we do it, we'll remove Zoltan and the range fella as well. So that's pretty big, because our opponent only has 2 cards remaining here, and they are quite weak. So, now they may still have one of the range row nerfs. I think we probably lead with you here again in case they still have a Scorch themselves, and does mean they'd be able to remove someone. If they are to remove someone, we'd probably rather it be you. Clear weather? Okay, well that's gonna do precisely nothing here, because no weather effects out there, so in that case, we are absolutely in the clear. Play whatever we want. Bring back a friend. Oh, also you had your leader ability, I suppose, which you may have only just used. Maybe you're... wait. Well, we could bring back Dandelion, yes, but he doesn't really have anyone to double, so Catapult, that's what I was thinking. And it's getting doubled and boosted by the Siege Expert. Play our other Siege unit, and yes, we clobbered ya. It worked out. And that is what you get for trying to hide from us. Now that there are more people out here, I'm not sure there's much else for us to talk to you about. And there are all these plants out here. Well, I don't actually know where. They don't seem to be here. Unless there's like a sewer down below here, which is, of course, oftentimes the case in these big cities.
What is it?
And there's like a bunch of mushrooms down there or something. So we can deliver the paint to the troll, or we can explore the rest of the city now. And maybe we deliver the paint to the troll. I mean, it is daytime in the city right now, so that means that it's easier to see everything and there are more people out. We could, of course, just meditate next time we're in the city and make a point of making sure that it's middle of the day. So I don't think that's really a game changer one way or the other. So yeah, let's head back, talk to the troll. Just need to find ourselves a fast travel location, but I think there was one over here at the docks. In this general direction, yes. Right here. And the troll, I thought, yeah, you have your own fast travel location. Where'd you go? There you are. So, I mean, this was a level 13 quest, and we didn't have to fight anyone to get this paint, so I don't know what the deal is here. Is there any combat at all? Why was it All level 13 quests.
Private Snake, report on order.
Got some paint.
Just so happens I have some paint on me.
Oh! 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 Uh-oh.
Huh? You okay?
What's the matter?
Has paid, but how? Dunno.
Oh, you don't know how to paint.
Might be a problem.
Man's how no. I order. Man's knows.
I guess I do. Depends what.
Birdo cutlery. Redania birdo. Shields like.
Redanian bird on a shield? I mean, it's not simple. I mean, if it's as straightforward as just like well, paint this whole thing red. That's pretty straightforward. If it's draw this intricate design on a shield, then that's a fair bit tougher. I am curious to see what happens if he tries to paint it. Something tells me he's not going to be terribly happy with us if we do opt to go that route, because he seems very insistent on us trying to paint it. So, on one hand, I really want to see what it looks like for him to try to draw it. On the other hand, I feel like he's going to get mad at us. So, let's try it.
Know what? You're the Redanian soldier. You should paint it.
Yeah. Try I. Man's no go. Man's watch.
Sure.
Good no. Birdo ugly.
Oh, I'm sure it's
No,
fine.
actually, it's not bad.
That's actually
Not
really
at
good.
all.
Man's kind. That birdo ugly. Trollololo see. Trollololo see ugly.
Hey,
Man's
good job.
good. No like other man's they choose.
Where'd you paint it? Over here? Got a diagram out of it? Actually, several diagrams out of it. But yeah, that was impressive. You did a good job with it. Lots of things, deer-eyed. Quest complete. And hopefully, TROLLOLOLO comes to find it. Yeah, it's quite alright. There it is. I'd be willing to say that might be even better than what Carol could do. You done a good job. Pat yourself on the back. Okay. Let's take a look at what exactly we picked up there. Might not have been anything in terms of weapons or armor as much as it was just crafting diagrams for those things. Or there were deer hides, for sure. Maybe both goat and deer. I saw the deer, but the goat might have come up first. Other than that, I think these are just things we got from looting. Crafting stuff. Check it out. Except I really don't know which one it would be. Guardsman? I don't think so. But in theory, there was something here that we just picked up. Let's maybe take a look actually at alchemy. We did pick up some new herbs and even recipes not that long ago. It might be possible for us to make some new things here. Auctions, one is still been on our radar for a while now, but that's not really one we're interested in. Oils, I'm thinking potions, but you're saying no. Quests? Yeah. I tell you what, it's probably most efficient for us to just close all these up. Like so. That way we know more easily as to which ones have new things. But yeah, so there we have it. That quest is now complete. And that puts us, well, didn't give us a ton of experience, so we're definitely still in the early stages of level 18. But I think we probably do seek to head back to Oxenfurt, and maybe we do the main quest there. We've only really explored, what? This top section here and the main entrance. We definitely have not looked at the bottom section over here. Southwest, I'd say. We've seen little, if any, at all of that. So that's probably still worth a closer look. We also, although we have looked at the buildings on the east and northern parts of the city, we haven't necessarily gone inside and looted them to the extent that we might be able to. So that's also perhaps worth a quick look. And is that... I mean, the flags to the side are definitely for Redania. The one in the middle looks Redanian-esque. It's not the full-blown bird, but it looks like the head of the bird. So is that also Redanian there? Like, has Redania fully taken over Oxenford? Because, I mean, there certainly are enough soldiers that it looks like it. But is this technically still part of Novigrad, and therefore it's technically still free? Thought that it was. Or at least initially it was, but maybe Radovid has done enough to claim ownership over this, or unofficially claim ownership over this for now. Do we take the loot that the soldier is currently looking at? That would be kind of hilarious, but at the same time, probably would not end well. You guys are just kind of chilling over here. This looks like it might actually be the mansion. Because you have two guards hanging out over here in what looks like a pretty significant building. Well, what does this say? An auction house. Okay. This is where we saw the paint trader before. We've looked at the notice board. And the armorer as well. So let's make a point of marking places further south in the city, which means basically just going further down this way. So, like, say, herbs there or something? I swear there was something. It might have just been extinguishing or lighting one of those fires. Hey, I'm sorry. Just trying to also praise rather. Nah, no.
Watch your step.
Okay. About this building. Also locked. Over here. That poor townsman probably shouldn't do that. Otherwise, he'll be a poor townsman in a different kind of way. Before long, right? If say something like that happens. Can we go in here? This is also locked. As is this. Might be possible for us to loot this one here. Yup. Of course, we did see that there was a bit of a delay between us looting something previously and then the guards getting mad at us, so I wouldn't necessarily say we're out of the woods yet. Let's check this out though. Ooh, master repair kit, sure. Heard about you. That's not new to us. As for stuff up here, though... have we been up here? This looks very similar to one of the other buildings we were in before, but no, there's definitely plenty of stuff we've not looted. Fire Swallower. Have we read this? Yes. The guy from Lochmoy. Oh, you're telling me there's a big, fancy-looking chest here, and there's no stuff in it? We can walk into it, in fact, and make it open? I don't believe it. This also is totally a secret doorway that I've noticed, and yet will not open for us. Maybe we'll find ourselves in here on a future occasion. I don't know. Seems a little odd to me. Seems a little odd. Anyways, let's see. Which direction were we headed in? In theory, this direction here. Might be able to take this stuff too. There is a guard over there. Might be able to go onto that ship. That ship looks like it's much more accessible than the other ones.
Start off before I lose my patience.
Like, can we take that? Anyone else will get mad at us over here? Do you? Lots of you on the boat, actually. But I mean, everyone's looking in the other direction, right? fair game, it seems. Maybe even this, but that's a little bit riskier. As for this boat here, and loot next to it, well,
Crawl back under your
let's
rock.
check it out.
Boring as
Whitey.
fucking shit.
Ooh,
Why'd your hair go white?
this looks good. And just a common pair of boots, though. I doubt those are any good. We can check. Yeah, low level, low rarity. Not gonna be great for us, I'm afraid. Anything on this end? Whoa!
I wouldn't now wear me pirate.
There's actually this second floor here, which I didn't notice in the other boat. It might have existed there as well. Though, doesn't seem like anything to loot down here. Cool as it may be.
Hey, Whitey. Why'd your hair go white?
Anything up on this floor? I'm too captain now. You know I had to do it.